Antonio Conte's future as Chelsea boss was cast into further doubt as his 10 men were thrashed 41 by Watford on Monday night. The Blues, who lost 30 at home to Bournemouth last week, were poor again at Vicarage Road and had Timo Bakayoko sent off inside half an hour. Troy Deeney scored a penalty in the closing stages of the first half, but Chelsea stayed in the contest and equalised through a magnificent Eden Hazard goal. The visitors were not level for long, however, as Daryl Janmaat scored his own memorable effort to put Watford back in front before Gerard Deulofeu, man of the match on his home debut, and substitute Roberto Pereira rounded off the win with breakaway goals to secure an emphatic win. Conte had called on Chelsea's hierarchy to prepare a statement, to say they trust me in my work ahead of the game, but it was another dismal evening for the defending champions, who are now 19 points adrift of leaders Manchester City. Conte won't be getting a statement backing him anytime soon. Getty Images. In his pre-match press conference, the Chelsea coach called on the hierarchy to put all the speculation over his future to bed by backing him publicly. There was no statement issued before the encounter, and there is unlikely to be a positive one afterwards either. Indeed, the only message from the powers that be likely to come now will be confirmation of a P45 heading his way. This was a second dreadful Premier League display in a row, having lost 30 to Bournemouth last week. Chelsea are still a point above fifth-placed Tottenham in the table, but the fact remains the Blues are in decline. They have won just 2 matches in their last 10, and Conte looked resigned to his fate as Watford scored 3 late goals to secure a deserved victory. Bakayoko should be recalled after his suspension. Getty Images. Bakayoko needs an extended break from Chelsea's first team to try and repair his shattered confidence. As it stands, he will only sit out 1 game for getting sent off for 2 yellow card offences. But the manner of his display before he was ordered off by referee Mike Dean was far worse than either of the challenges. The France international constantly gave the ball away, much to the travelling fans' ire. It is hard to believe that Chelsea paid Monaco £40 million for his services in the summer. He doesn't look worth a fraction of that at the moment. A year ago he was helping Monaco reach the Champions League semi-finals, so he clearly has the talent to play at the highest level. Perhaps he just needs to be taken out of the limelight for a few weeks though to recover mentally from a disappointing start to his Chelsea career. Richarlison shows why Chelsea should make a summer bid. The Brazil under-20 international told Standard Sport that he wanted to beat Chelsea in real life after doing it on a PlayStation, and he was true to his word. There were many gifted players in Chelsea's ranks, yet it was the 20-year-old who looked the most menacing with a ball at his feet for the first hour. He glided past close friend and confidant David Luiz in the first half, and only a fine Gary Cahill block denied him. It was Richarlison who was on the receiving end of Bakayoko's second bookable offence, showing how he was always fastest to the ball. Watford won't want to sell their prize asset, however. Chelsea look like they need fresh recruits, and, as they've shown over the years, they do like a Brazilian or 2 in the squad. Luiz's return fails to inspire. Getty Images. The last time Luiz started a league game for Chelsea was on October 28, over 2 months ago. His absence has been due to a number of factors, mainly because of injury, but there has been a tense relationship with Conte too. With Andreas Christensen ruled out with a hamstring problem, Luiz was named in the middle of the back 3. Instead of providing a lift, his performance was far from perfect. There were many slack touches, perhaps inevitable after a lengthy timeout. After Eden Hazard had briefly given Chelsea hope with a stunning equaliser, he noticeably went AWOL as Watford scored 3 times in just 7 minutes. Just the start Javi Gracia would have wanted. Getty Images. Chelsea has not been the only source of doom and gloom recently. Watford have had their fair share too. Watford sacked Marco Silva last month after a terrible run of 1 league win in 11 matches. Instead of challenging for a Europa League place, they have plummeted closer to the drop. This was Gracia's 3rd game in charge since replacing Silva, and the Hornets were just 3 points above the relegation zone before kickoff. But it was the Spaniards' first match at Vicarage Road, so what better way to ingratiate yourself to your new fans by masterminding an impressive win over the champions. Watford were the better side from start to finish and looked far better organised. It is just what they needed to give them belief to climb away from trouble.